the one you know, was cooked up years and years ago and made to sound all soft and sappy, just to keep the children happy. Mind you, they got the first bit right, the bit where, in the dead of night, the ugly sisters, jewels and all, departed for the palace ball.
We're such a gorgeous ball! You stay here and sweep up, Cindy, you ugly, smelly rat. We're off to the palace to dance with the prince. Come on, sister.
While darling little Cinderella was locked up in a slimy cellar, where rats who wanted things to eat began to nibble at her feet.
Ah! Get away, you naughty rat! Shoo! Shoo!
She bellowed,
Help!
and
Let me out!
the magic fairy heard her shout. Appearing in a blaze of light, she said,
My dear, are you all right? All right?
cried Cindy.
Can't you see I feel as rotten as can be?
She beat her fist against the wall and shouted,
Get me to the ball! There is a disco at the palace. The rest have gone and I am jealous. I want a dress, I want a coat, and earrings and a diamond brooch, and silver slippers, 2 of those, and lovely nylon pantyhose. Done up like that, I guarantee. The handsome prince will fall for me.
The fairy said.
Hang on a tick.
She gave the wand a mighty flick, and quickly, in no time at all, Cindy was at the palace ball. Then rather carelessly, I fear, he placed it on a crate of beer. At once, one of the ugly sisters, the one whose face was blotched with blisters, sneaked up and grabbed the dainty shoe and quickly flushed it down the loo. Then, in its place, she calmly put the slipper from her own left foot. Aha, you see, the plot grows thicker, and Cindy's luck starts looking sicker. Next day, the prince went charging down to knock on all the doors in town. In every house the tension grew. Who was the owner of the shoe? The shoe was long and very wide. A normal foot got lost inside. Also, it smelled a wee bit icky. Its owner's feet were hot and sticky. Thousands of little people came to try it on, but all in vain. Now came the ugly sisters go. One tried it on. Yes! The prince screamed, no! But she screamed, yes, it fits! Whoopee! So now you've got to marry me! The prince was white from ear to ear. He muttered, let me out of here! Oh no, you don't. You made a vow. There's no way you can back out now. Off with her head! The prince roared back. Alright. They chopped it off with one big whack. This pleased the prince. He smiled and said, she's prettier without her head. And then came sister number 2, who yelled, now I will try the shoe. Try this instead. spuds.